Okay, so episode 4. We're going to talk about kind of the growth mindset. There's a book by Carol Dweck actually that talks about what she calls the growth mindset, and so we'll say there's a growth mindset and a fixed mindset. Growth mindset, I'll explain it this way: fixed mindset says that you have these natural abilities. That's what you're born with, and that's pretty much what you're going to do. So in other words, if you're not an athlete, if you're terrible initially at jiu-jitsu and you don't have what they would perceive as an athletic body, then you're going to be terrible at Brazilian jiu-jitsu. Growth mindset says that you can take what you have, your abilities, and improve on them, and make yourself better. And in order for you to get better at Brazilian jiu-jitsu, you really have to have a growth mindset. If you come in every day and you feel like you're going to be absolutely terrible and you're not going to do anything, chances are you're going to make that happen. So really try to come in with, like I said, what we call a growth mindset. And the one big area that I want to talk about with that, and I was kind of a slave to this as well, is learning styles and learning abilities. So I know that I'm best at kinesthetic learning, having hands-on experience with it. I think that's probably what led me to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I think most people probably that do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu or that are really good at it are probably either engineering mindsets, if you will, or kinesthetic mindsets. It seems that way also with sports just because it's more set up for a kinesthetic learning, in my opinion. But, before I would always think that's pretty much the only way that I can learn is through that. So I wouldn't watch videos. I wouldn't try to listen to podcasts. I wouldn't try to listen to books or read books, things like that. And I'll say this, and this is a very fixed mindset statement, but I am a terrible reader. But I'm trying to get better at it. I know that I can get better at it, and that would be the growth mindset side of it. If you can, try to get every avenue of it achieved. So in other words, if you can, read stuff, write stuff, watch, do all those things, the more that you're going to get in, and this is, you can look this up. I mean, it's just research that they've done. Obviously, like I said, every time you're going to have a best case scenario, but don't let yourself limit to only that style of learning. Try to pick up every style of learning and try to do, when you learn something, try to incorporate every style of learning that you can, and that's going to help you remember it a lot better. So that's a really, really big thing. And the other thing is that with having a growth mindset, you need to realize that you're getting better every day. There's going to be a lot of times where you feel like you're getting way worse and you're not learning anything and you're getting terrible at this, and that's simply not true. You're getting better, but at the same time, if you're in a good learning mindset, something that you're trying to learn should always just be slightly above your mental capacity and physical capacity. And if that's the case, you should be proud. So I can't remember where it came from, but one of the best things to think of is if you're getting frustrated with a particular move or a technique, things like that, chances are that's one, what you need to be working on, and two, probably when you're learning the most. What I see a lot of times is people will get into techniques and they'll rep it 1,000 times and feel really good about it, but you're not expanding your learning at all. You're really good in that one particular area, but then after that, everything else falls apart. And we'll talk a little bit later about random practice and random practice or a mass practice as well, and that'll probably be in the next episode.